If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. It is better to lead from behind and to put others in front, especially when you celebrate victory when nice things occur. You take the front line when there is danger. Then people will appreciate your leadership. There is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. Money won't create success, the freedom to make it will. As long as poverty, injustice and gross inequality persist in our world, none of us can truly rest. After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. Never, never and never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another. There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. Our human compassion binds us the one to the other, not in pity or patronizingly, but as human beings who have learnt how to turn our common suffering into hope for the future. There is nothing like returning to a place that remains unchanged to find the ways in which you yourself have altered. To deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity. Courageous people do not fear forgiving, for the sake of peace. I stand here before you not as a prophet, but as a humble servant of you, the people. If you want to make peace with your enemy, you have to work with your enemy. Then he becomes your partner. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender and other discrimination. In my country we go to prison first and then become president. It is wise to persuade people to do things and make them think it was their own idea. Any man or institution that tries to rob me of my dignity will lose. Let freedom reign. The sun never set on so glorious a human achievement. When the water starts boiling, it is foolish to turn off the heat. There are times when a leader must move out ahead of the flock, go off in a new direction, confident that he is leading his people the right way. No country can really develop unless its citizens are educated. I detest racialism, because I regard it as a barbaric thing, whether it comes from a black man or a white man. I was not a messiah, but an ordinary man who had become a leader because of extraordinary circumstances. Does anybody really think that they didn't get what they had because they didn't have the talent or the strength or the endurance or the commitment? I should tie myself to no particular system of society other than of socialism. Even if you have a terminal disease, you don't have to sit down and mope. Enjoy life and challenge the illness that you have. I dream of an Africa which is in peace with itself. I have always regarded myself, in the first place, as an African patriot. Let each know that for each the body, the mind and the soul have been freed to fulfill themselves. In countries where innocent people are dying, the leaders are following their blood rather than their brains. If the United States of America or Britain is having elections, they don't ask for observers from Africa or from Asia. But when we have elections, they want observers.